The Marvel comic superhero Daredevil can teach you a lot about reaching your destiny. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 8 things which can help you reach your destiny faster. And the faster you use these things, the faster your results will show up. Number 1, disability doesn't define you. When you think about Daredevil, or Matt Murdock, which is his real name, he has a disability, but he's a superhero. So Daredevil, he didn't allow his disability to define him as somebody who's weak. He realized, as we need to realize as business owners, as individuals, that anything that we may be struggling with or any disability that we may have doesn't define who we are. This is one of the powerful things about the Daredevil character. He's a symbol for people who are paying attention that you don't have to allow any disability that you have to define you. Many people look at and be like, no, this is a vulnerable person. This is a vulnerable person. This is a weak person. He flips it on his head and says, no, I'm not going to be just a weak person in need. I'm going to be a superhero. And that's what we have to do as individuals as we walk through life. Not allow any disability or disadvantage we have to define us. We have to use those things to our advantage and put ourselves in the position where we can be the superhero in our own life. And what I mean by being the superhero in our own life is using what we have to be all of what we can be based on God who created us. The second thing you can learn about reaching your destiny based on Daredevil is that disability directs you to dominance once you decide. Think again about Daredevil as a character. That blindness that he has was a driving force which directs him to the realization that he has heightened senses. So when you think about blind people, one of the things which you can read about blind people is because they can't see, it allows them to focus more on their other senses. So their sense becomes better, so to speak, better than most people, most ordinary people. Their hearing becomes better and can become better than most other people. Their sense of space and awareness all increases because their limitation of their eyes. And this is why I say disability directs you to dominance, because that is what makes him so powerful as a superhero. Yes, the character Daredevil, his senses are heightened to a supernatural level, but just generally speaking, people that are disadvantaged in one area are able to enhance themselves more in other areas than most people would because they don't necessarily need to. But the key thing about this is you need to decide. Most people view themselves as the victim in life. You know, this has happened to me, and because this happened to me, I'm just so sad. And no one's saying what happened wasn't sad or wasn't bad or anything along those lines. But don't allow those things to direct you to be disabled and to be somebody who's weak. Use that disability, that disadvantage, and find out the advantage on the other side and use that to empower you to drive directly towards your destiny. Now, number 3 is a powerful one, and that is that daily disciplines defeat disordered decisions. You see, as you look at Daredevil, or more so Matt Murdock and his day-to-day life, he's a practicing lawyer. He's living out on a daily basis the core beliefs and systems that he lives by. He is presented as a man of justice, a man of integrity, etc. He lives every single day as a lawyer, and that is reinforcing his overarching message. So when you think about his daily disciplines, when you think about your daily disciplines need to align with the thing that you see in your destiny. And that is better. To do something daily is much better than to have disordered decision making. Notice the difference between someone who says, I do this and I do it daily, compared to someone who is sometime-ish and it's, well, I do it sometimes and then I don't do it, and then I'm deciding today and then I'm not deciding, etc. Daily disciplines always defeat disordered decisions. It wasn't just a part-time thing for Matt Murdock. It was a daily decision to live out this way of life regardless of what he was doing. Number 4 is that a dad's death can be the driving force to your destiny. When you look at the character of Daredevil, his dad was a boxer who didn't want to fix a fight, and because he didn't want to fix the fight, he was killed by a mob boss. And that was the driving force which leads him down that pathway of helping those who are in need, executing justice and all of that kind of stuff. And this is similar to the second point. This isn't for you to go away wishing that your loved one dies, But just as many people use disadvantages and death and despair in their life and allow it to destroy them, we are to use it in a way which can empower us and direct us closer to our destiny. You see, so much bad stuff happens in life. But what we have to realize is, once you find yourself in a situation, which is a bad situation, look for good you can take out of even the worst situations. And so many people find it hard to understand this, but the greatest example I always like to use is Jesus on the cross. Jesus on the cross is the greatest travesty injustice there is. The perfectly righteous one being judged as the criminal. But in that injustice, he provides so much justice, salvation, and love for all that are willing to trust in him. You see, without what Jesus did on the cross, there is no salvation for mankind. So it isn't for us to like injustice or to take joy in bad situations, but it's for us to realize, even in the greatest darkness, it provides an opportunity for the greatest light to shine. Number 5, dying and rising is your defining decision. When you think about Matt Murdock, I've mentioned it multiple different times, you have to become somebody new in order to get greater results. So as Christians, we talk about the born again experience. We become a new creation in Christ, and that provides us with the new environment, the new mindset, the new way of life in order to reach further and farther and get greater results. It's the same way when it comes to you reaching your destiny. You need to become something more than you are right now. So Matt Murdock didn't just say, you know, I'm going to be Matt Murdock. He decided he's going to become Daredevil. For the record, I don't see vigilantes as doing justice. They're actually criminals, but that's for another day. But in order for you to reach further and farther and to get closer to your destiny, you need to become something new. This is one of the reasons why I'm a Christian, because I realized I can't do it myself. I need something bigger, something stronger, something better than what I had before in order for me to get to the destination I know awaits me in my destiny. Number 6, develop yourself by becoming a disciple. Daredevil, Matt Murdock, has a blind teacher, is directing him in regards to how to fight with a blindness.
I sense things. I know where things are and when they move, but I can't see.
You know what they call stuff like that? Gifts.
Look at all the successful people in the world, past, present, and future. They will all have one thing in common. They had some form of teacher who was directing them. They were the disciple of someone, and those lessons they learned propelled them into their destiny in a great way. And if you want the same results, become a disciple of someone who can help you do the thing that you desire to do. Sort of like how Paul says, follow after me as I follow after Christ. Number 7, defeating devils creates durability, and durability is about becoming stronger. And this always intrigues me because so many people are avoiding the battle, when really and truly you have to realize you're on the battlefield. You're going to be fighting regardless. And I like to use this example of, imagine going into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson. Forget about his recent fight with Jake Paul, but even still, most people, right? You're in a boxing ring with Mike Tyson and you're just standing there saying, okay, cool, Mike Tyson punched me in the head. What would have happened if Jake Paul wasn't moving around using his advantages and just stopped and said, you know, okay, Mike, I know you're old, but just have at it. Punch my head off as much as you like. He's going to get knocked out. And it's the same thing which so many people do. They don't realize that, you know what, it's not about I don't want to fight. No, you are in a fight. Now it's on you to rise to the occasion. And notice how Daredevil has opposition. He fights against the Kingpin. He fights against different individuals who are his enemy. And by him fighting those battles and winning those battles, he becomes more durable. He becomes stronger. You don't have to be someone, look, I'm not going out looking for fights. I just acknowledge and realize that I'm in a fight. And because I know I'm in a fight, I'm rising to the occasion and say, you know what, okay, cool. In order for me to reach my destiny, it's going to take me going through battles that I need to win. So I'm going to prepare myself for the battles that are in my way, and with God by my side, he's going to clear my pathway. Now, the 8th way to get closer to your destiny based on Daredevil is you need to start dueling with other defenders. So many people think that they're going to do it all by themselves. But look at someone like Daredevil. He doesn't do it alone. He's got allies. He's fought with alongside Spider-Man. He's fought with people like Punisher, even though there's been issues. He's fought with Iron Fist. There's different individuals. Luke Cage fights alongside different people because he understands that there's only so much he can do by himself. when he allies, when he duels, goes out to fight with other defenders, other people that are aligned with him, he can do so much more. If you want to reach your destiny, use all of these 8 things ASAP. I'm telling you, you're special, you're born for a purpose, and in order for you to realize this video will help you see why you're actually valuable and special and not an imposter. So watch that video next, go win, and God bless winners.